Crystal, it's good to see you and have you on the podcast today.
Thanks, Jana. Same. I'm excited to be here again.
Good. I'm Jana with Purl Together, and this is my friend Crystal from Factory Girl Designs.
Yes,
And
based
we
in
have some
Minnesota.
really fun stuff. I know it's September 1st when we're recording this, but winter is coming, and
I
I'm
know.
so happy about it. It's
We get
been,
to wear our sweaters and our socks and all the
well,
fun
you
stuff.
are wearing your sweater, albeit short sleeved. I'm still in a t-shirt because it's still hot here, but it was 51 degrees this morning, and I had a flannel on when I went and did chores. It was 51 when I went outside, so I was kind of happy about that. There's a little bit of a nip at 5 a.m., so I'm happy.
Hopefully you'll get that in a few more days and it'll be like all day long or in
Oh
the
man, I'm just
red
looking forward to the first frost. I'm going to be doing my little frost happy dance when that happens.
zone. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be here in Minnesota really soon based on where we're at with temps right now. So,
I
but I like it. I like it.
But we have lots of stuff. The reason we're talking about fall is coming, thank God, is because you have holiday stuff to tell us about.
I
Oh,
do. I'm so excited.
I'm having Crystal on today because we're going to talk about her 2024 holiday maker box and tell you why you should get one.
And share all the fun things about it.
So,
So,
I mean, we're not going to show you too much because
mhm.
it's a surprise, but we're going to tell you about it.
Yep, exactly, exactly.
But it's
So
exciting.
I know. Want me to kind of share a little bit
Well, I
or
will tell viewers, I have had this year your quarterly makers box. Have had that, and it's been a lot of fun to get that. It's very well curated. I mean, I'm just going to show this because this was a while ago, and like really thoughtful little things. Like this is one of my favorite things that comes, and it's like super sharp, little teeny weeny, pointy, dangerous little, and they're not
yes.
plastic. These are like actual metal, little sharp, scary things. Like, I haven't flown anywhere, but I wonder if TSA would be okay with that.
They are. I've flown with mine a lot. And they
Good.
haven't even
I'm
batted
just
an.
well, it has a protector on it and it's in a case, so but you
Yep.
have some cool stuff in your boxes.
Thank
That's
you.
just one little thing. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to put them together this year. And that's why I thought, well, I'm not ready to end the year here this next month in October when the last box for the year
Oh,
shows up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for fall, that I wanted to introduce a holiday box so that there's something more fun to open again at the holiday time in December. So, the holiday box is going to arrive to you that first week of December, and it'll ship right before the Thanksgiving holiday. So you might even still get it in November, depending on where you live. But the theme is really focused around the golden hour. And that could be, depending on where you live in the wintertime, that could either be like beautiful sunrises in the morning or your sunsets in the evening, the ice and the lights, kind of glistening off the snow or
Well, it's so nice to
wherever
talk
you.
about winter things when it's still hot
I
outside.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
I tend to watch shows that are like I'm watching Game of Thrones over again just because it's 95 degrees outside, but I want to see the
In
winter
snow.
wall. Yes.
All the
Makes me
fur and
feel
the
better.
woolen jackets.
Makes me feel better. So we're
Yeah,
yes, so the theme is the golden hour,
golden hour.
and I'll put
And
a photo here so people can see what your inspiration photos were. I'll put that up here. And also obviously watch Crystal's Instagram, and I'll be reposting things as well.
yeah, I'll be sharing a lot more here over the next few weeks. And I guess the other part of the box is there's a number of things inside. You're going to get anywhere from like 12 to 15 items in there. They're all going to be wrapped too, so it can be your choice of how
Oh.
you want to explore and open it when it
You
comes
could
in
do your own
December.
little 12 days of Christmas thing.
Right. Yes, yes, for sure. You could break it out. So, like each Sunday, you open up like a little assortment of, 4 or 3 items if you wanted to do a 4-week Advent, however you want to do it. But I'm not calling it an Advent because it's really whatever you want to make it. But everything will be wrapped so it can be a nice little surprise for you. and there will be about 600 yards, a little over 600 yards of yarn included in that.
And it all
Um,
coordinates.
it all coordinates, so it'll be great for the projects that will be included, or you can use it for something
Mhm.
other, whatever other choice that you may have. There'll be 2 patterns in there, a knitting pattern and then also a crochet pattern, so whichever is your preference, or if you wanna, try something new, that'll everything will be there for you to get started with that. And then a number of other items that I am just dying to share with everybody. There's some local Minnesota things that I wanted to share from my hometown that come from Winona, Minnesota, that many of you may be familiar with or you may not. So we'll find out. And then also, I've worked with all women owned businesses to create some really neat, custom, unique things that are just for you that will be just, exclusive to this box too.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Nice.
And I
So the
wish
reason we're talking about this now, even though it's just the beginning of September, is because you're doing pre-orders for this, right? And there's only a
that.
certain number of boxes available.
Right. Yep.
Right?
There's just a limited number available, and pre-orders are open. We'll have the link in here, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but you can place orders now off of from my website. And then we also have a fun little coupon code for you too. So that will give you, if you choose to use that, it'll be $10 off of your box.
Okay.
And your boxes, each box costs $125 plus the USPS shipping. So, and like when you order too, you also get your tracking numbers. So we'll be able to keep track of everything, make sure it gets to you on
And
time.
you and I talked about this before. So if you order, like if I get a box, but then I want to get one for my friend who lives in a different state, I can use the code and that will give me $10 off each box I order. And then if I want to write a note to you or a follow-up email saying, okay, I ordered 2 boxes, send one to me at the address I put in, and then send the second box to my friend.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep, that would be perfect. Yeah, so you'll get $10 off each box that you purchase.
Right.
And like Jana said, just drop in the notes or follow up with an email when you get your order confirmation and just let me know
What your
what
order number is
additional,
and what you need.
yeah, yeah, what additional places to
It's
send
a
it.
one-woman show here. You can
I know. I know. And if this is a surprise for your like knitting bestie or your crochet bestie, let me know in there if you also want like another little note included from you, because I'm
oh,
happy to add a little card if for it to say, that this came from,
Jan,
Hannah, whatever your fun little note is to include in there.
happy
That's
holiday
easy enough
knitting.
to do. So
Okay, so let's clarify here. You are a knitwear designer, so you are designing the knit pattern that's coming in this. So if you've seen Crystal's stuff before, you will kind of understand her aesthetic and her style. So you're designing the knit pattern, and then someone else is designing the crochet pattern,
someone
correct?
else is designing the crochet pattern, and that's all that designer's also gonna be a surprise too, because
Oh,
I
sure.
just I think it's fun to share that a little bit later, and maybe I will reveal the designer later after we get,
That's
a
it.
little bit further along in things, but, most things will all be a surprise,
Right.
so
So we'll put up the inspiration photos, and so you can kind of see the aesthetic, the golden hour theme that's going on here. And then just so that people understand, you're getting 600, just to reiterate, you're getting 600-ish yards of yarn to do the project,
Mhm.
and then lots of other little fun things to open along the way. And so
Yes.
I think this is a really good alternative and it's a good price point because a lot of people are kind of on the fence about advent kits and they're not sure. Maybe they missed a pre-order earlier in the year for advent kits, all the 24 minis that a lot of yarn dyers do. And
Mhm.
they're usually more expensive than the 125. And so this is a really good alternative if you want to treat yourself to a little holiday, and it will arrive in time for you to enjoy that up to you know, to treat yourself before the busyness of the holiday season really kicks in.
Yes, yep, and, like, whatever you like we said before too, I mean, treat it either for yourself, open it right away on December 1st, enjoy everything throughout the month of December,
Yeah, knit your
or
pattern.
yeah, knit along, share with everyone your project, or hold it and open it at a different times or different rates, whatever you want.
So you could knit your project while you're watching Ann and I in our daily vlog. And if you do that, show us your work in progress. Do at Purl Together and at Factory Girl to show us. We want to see.
No, I love seeing everybody's work. It's so fun.
Hey.
So
And then we can reshare on Instagram,
heck yeah.
Facebook, or both.
Everywhere we can.
So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And just as kind of a preview, I hope it's okay to say this. You and I are working on a collaboration for right after the first of the year. So
Mm,
just a little heads up preview. There's some stuff going on behind the scenes with Crystal and I that we're going to have a collaboration with videos and a project to kick off 2025. So
yes. We cannot wait to share more with you, but
not
that'll come
today,
later.
not today, but follow us on Instagram and here on, then you'll know. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So if you have any questions about the boxes, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer your questions and
Yeah,
share.
I'll put all Crystal's information in the video description box down below because I don't email me because I don't have the answers. You're the creator here.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
helping you share the
No,
goodness. So use the code all in caps, Pearl, the number 2, Holly, and then they can get their $10 off each box ordered. Pre-orders now.
Yep, order
Yeah,
early. I mean, like we
when you
said, there's just
do.
there's a limited quantity. So if you're thinking about it, I would order earlier than later.
So pre-orders will close when that number is reached or
Or they'll close by the 1st of November.
okay, because you have to get
I
stuff
gotta
together.
finish getting everything ready. Yeah. I
And
gotta
everything.
have time to pack it. So
Yeah,
but
you gotta
yeah.
get everything ready to ship. So
Yep.
that's really fun. So when can people, on that note though, if people want to, we'll talk later, I guess, about or watch your Instagram about the 2025 quarterly boxes if people want to do that.
Those are available right now for pre-orders if you
Oh,
want to jump in early, if you've been, you know,
and
if you're
those are
ready to keep
quarterly. Those are
going.
like, yeah, those are the quarterly winter. No, the first winter one will ship in January. Is that true?
First winter one will ship in January. So yeah, they ship this is a quarterly box. So those will ship winter, spring, summer, and fall.
Okay.
And but the 2025 theme has been revealed on my website, but not anywhere else.
Oh, so go
But
check it out.
yes, go check it out. But it's a desert. It's the desert blooms is what the theme is for 2025. And it's incorporating the beautiful landscapes of the deserts around our country
Mhm.
and the blooms that we may or may not see, because a lot of times cacti, they bloom during different hours of the day, different seasons, so you may not always see all the beautiful flowers that
And I think that people think that desert is just hot and dry and bleak, but you know what's super interesting? Most people know if they follow my channel at all, I really enjoy backpacking. And while the desert is not my thing, the heat is not my favorite. However, I follow some backpackers on YouTube that have filmed their through hikes, like on the Continental Divide Trail and the Pacific Crest Trail and so forth. And there is so much life out there in the desert and like flowers and just things that you would never realize unless you were there. You
right.
you just wouldn't realize all that's out there. So I think
Mhm.
that's a super interesting theme to go with, and all the colors that
All
you
the
don't even
colors.
realize.
I know, you really don't, and the more I kept exploring and researching it, I was like, "Man, there are so many unique colors that," and like
Yeah.
I said, we just don't always see them, and, you travel to Arizona, for example, or Utah, I mean, yeah, there's reds and there's browns and there's greens and there's, tans, but there's so much more once you really start digging into it,
Yeah.
so,
One of the
so I'm
hikers
excited
I
to share.
follow, they were talking about the poodle dog bush, and I don't know what color the flowers make, but I guess if you touch it, it's, like, super stingy, and it's like you do not it gives you a rash, you totally don't wanna touch it, but
Yeah.
it's beautiful, but it's like poison.
Yeah, stay far away. Like the cactus, like the jumping cactus too, I forget the exact name of it, but you get too close to it and it attacks you and like it spits its needles out at you. And they keep them. I don't know why they do this, but like in Scottsdale where my parents live during the most of the winter time, at all of the tennis courts they have these cacti that jump out at you. I think they're like a jumping cactus. I'll have to look it up for sure, but we'll share it in the notes. But you lose your tennis ball, it goes into that cactus, and you want to go pull it out. You can't because it like literally just
You
attacks.
need one of those, like, grabby
I
things.
know to go in and grab them.
Like, my husband plays golf, and he's got a ball retriever that telescopes out, like, if you hit your ball in the pond,
Yeah. Yep.
get it out
Yep.
of there.
You know. I always leave those in there.
No, that seems bad.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, the balloons that we're gonna be sharing are not mean or evil or anything like that. They're beautiful.
So
So,
that's not to be confused with the holiday makers box, but on your website, you can do a quarterly subscription for your quarterly makers box, or what we're talking about today is mostly, well, both, but mostly the holiday makers
yeah,
box. So,
yes.
yeah,
Yep, the holiday box, I mean, that's the focus for right now. I'm super excited to share. I cannot wait to reveal everything that's in there
I'm
when
excited.
time
I'm excited to
comes.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited for you to send me one.
I know, I know.
I
I
love getting squishy mail, surprise.
It's the best.
Yeah.
So, when you get those fun little boxes and you're just like, open it up and it's like, "Oh, all of this is for
You'd
me."
think I'd learn. I'm in a sock club, and my mother saw I have started opening my mail when she is not over here. She takes things.
Does she?
Yes. She took one of my woolens and Nosh stripey. I posted all that on Instagram, and then she went and knitted it. She's like, "Can I have this?" And I'm like,
I guess.
"Yes, I guess." She goes, "Well, you're not gonna start knitting it right away." "No, but that doesn't mean I was gonna give it to you."
I know.
I let her take it. She wanted to knit socks with it. I have the leftovers, it's fine. But then I
Yeah,
posted on Instagram, "These are the socks my mom made after she took my
took
yarn."
my yarn from me.
I mean, she would not have had I really, really wanted it. She would not have taken it, I mean, in fairness. But I have started I mean, you'd think I would learn not to open my mail in front of her.
I know. You
So
have
I'm
to be
not
careful.
opening your box in front of her.
I know. Or maybe you're just gonna have to gift her a box, then she gets one too. Then you don't have to share things.
I'm just gonna open it in secret. Kinda like I think I've said this on the channel before, you know those chocolate oranges
Yes.
that you thwack them and they when the kids were little, I did not wanna share. I had my own. I mean, they had their own, but if they ate it all up, I didn't want them to know that I
That
had
you
mine.
had one.
So, like, I'd wait till late at night when they were in bed, and then I'd go outside and thwack it outside so they wouldn't hear me go whack. I
Oh,
went
it's
outside, I have to go out, be a sneaky and go outside and thwack it. And then
then you can enjoy your own.
and
Oh
I'd, like,
my.
sneak it back in.
Then put it in a bag and hide it if you had
Oh,
leftovers.
yeah, you gotta put it behind the frozen vegetables.
Right. Oh, too funny.
True.
Oh, yep,
Yeah.
true stories.
And I'm not just hiding it from the children, I had it from the husband as well.
Um,
S
we're
So, the holiday
proud
box
of
is for you. I'm just saying go order the holiday box and treat yourself and enjoy that for yourself because we spend so much time doing things for other people all through the holidays, and it's okay. It's okay to have a treat for yourself. It's okay.
absolutely. Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining me. I hope you get lots of orders. Yay! Use the code.
Oh, yes. Yeah, don't forget to use the code. Take advantage.
Yep. Okay.
Alright. Thanks. Great to see you.
Bye.
Bye.